Some of you might find this quite disturbing. Others of you are sitting there going, oh, I love that.
I don't find this disturbing. This is a bit of me.
Well, no, I'm a visual planner, but this is a little bit too visual for I'm a little bit more. As you can see, I've just lined up the crayons here, so they're all the same way around.
Felt tips, and they're not in the right colour order.
I know, interestingly, but that's exciting, isn't it?
So
the point, though,
is we are planning out our 2026 year today. Like to do it. I am a visual learner and I like to put things on a pen and paper. Yeah. Alan likes things in a spreadsheet. This will go into some sort of Gantt chart spreadsheet later on.
Hopefully.
But for right now, we have got the whole day today to get this year planned so we achieve what we want to achieve without too much stress.
And excitingly, before I introduce who we are, we've got our new evergreen Grow, Nurture and Engage product coming online service. We've got our trip to Morocco. Right. We've got Emily's retreat. We've got the Funpreneur's big day out, and our focus is on our blueprints. If you are new to this Yellow Tuxedo YouTube channel, welcome. I'm Alan and you are
Emily.
Actually, we always do Emily first. You're
Emily.
And I'm Alan. We are online my goodness. We are online visibility specialists with 3 children, which is why it's a dump in our room and our big table we use. And welcome to our channel where we discuss all things small business adventures and online visibility. Right, Emily, are you going to talk us through this?
I will do. So Alan's just brain dumped a load of the stuff that we are doing this year, and that is a common thing for us, which is sometimes a bit problematic in previous years. We do a lot of things across the year, and to make sure that we get as much benefit to all those things as possible, we need to know when we're talking about it, when we're not talking about it, to make sure that we don't almost like bastardize each other's products there. Would you say that? Bastardize, I just did.
I don't think we need. There's no overlap. There's no bastardize. There's no crossover.
So in today's document, we have basically done a 12-month layout of month by month, week by week, not day by day. That's a little bit too much of a stretch for my brain.
We don't need that for the moment.
But week on week, what things are coming up and what things we can't touch. Now, Alan loves a bit of Daniel Priestley. I love a bit of Daniel Priestley too. And we have been reading his book Oversubscribed recently. It was helping us to break this down a little bit.
Which is interesting because we actually stopped listening to pretty much any former person who told you how to run a business. But someone said, this one's really good. And I've loved it. Absolutely. So, because majority I do not love.
And the thing is, how we've started this is with the 12-month view like this. We have blocked out the months of the weeks we know we will not be touching with barge pole because we are a family with 3 small children and we quite like spending time with the kids when they're at home. So things like half terms, Easter holidays, Christmas holidays, all of that is already blocked out. We don't not touching those. And we've worked out we have 36 weeks or 34 weeks.
You're going to make me check.
Yeah,
I'm going to bring my notes up.
I think it's 34 clear weeks.
34 clear weeks.
Where we can make money in our business. Now, obviously, we can make money in those weeks that we're not working passively, but we will not be proactively working in those weeks. So 34 active weeks.
And actually, whilst we're on them, because I was just looking here for the summer holidays, what we find in the holidays is they are great for that kind of personal brand content. So if we're still feeling like we want to post on social media, we might schedule a few bits. Generally speaking, that really boosts the personal brand element of what we do and the kind of family that, because we're quite happy sharing bits and bobs.
In it, we've got a couple. We haven't put lots of our personal goals in this year as well, but things like any holidays that we're trying to put into play that we want to pay for this year, any trips away. We have put. I'm going to put it out loud. We finished paying for our COVID bounce back loan in June this year. That is a milestone. COVID seems such a long time away again, and we're getting to the end of that chapter from there.
Well, that's what you get when you just leave it sitting there and you go, we just pay a bit each month. Yeah.
And then we've gone into our key, what we're talking about, what we're selling. So Alan's quite right. So we have got our online visibility products, and that we want to front load at the beginning of this year. And the way that we have formatted the new product is that should be 6 months of recurring income with our clients. So we're not selling every single month. We are going to front load the marketing and online visibility there, and hopefully that will start running us into midway through the year.
Can I just say, if you're in the digital circus, don't worry, the digital circus is staying here. I was talking about this in last week's newsletter, where we want to offer a complete solution, right, for the benefits of our clients and us as a business, which is why we've been working on this evergreen Grow, nurture and engage. Do we need a snappier title?
No.
We get some AI alliteration going on.
What else we've got going? So we go into our Morocco sales from February onwards. We have Morocco planned in for November. That's a lot.
No, you haven't mentioned the blueprint. So our focus for this period is the evergreen product and our online visibility 90-day blueprints.
They've been working really, really well, which is why we want to do more of them, but we're only going to limit it to 2 per month. 2 gives us enough time and scope to do a really good, clear job. It's not just a one-day strategy day. There's a lot of pre-work that goes into it with myself, doing a lot of audit and research into that individual client. And I know that I can do 2, because I deliver them. I can do 2 quite comfortably in that month without it taking up too much.
Do you know what? With 2 though, it also makes sure we can make sure we make our clients feel special.
Yes.
Because if we were doing 4, then we can't make them feel special. If we're doing 2, you're doing 2, in amongst everything else we do, then we can make them feel special.
Yeah, and we get so much in depth before it. We have the session itself, and then they get the plan at the end of that as well. So there's a lot involved with that.
What happens after half term, or before half term, but after half term?
Morocco. So Morocco is not until November, but we want to secure 20 people on this trip by
24.
But we'd be happy with 20.
24. Don't listen to this 20 malarkey. 24. 24 of you are going to join us on Time and Space Morocco 2026. It is for if you're a business owner, founder, solopreneur, small business owner, etc., or if you're employed, but you want to come and find some like-minded people and just get that time away. Time and space is the thing that overarches everything, but I'm interjecting with time and space because it's relevant. Because if you take the evergreen product or the digital circus or the blueprint under our online visibility, or Morocco or Funpreneur's Day Out or Emily's Retreat, then they are all about time and space for you.
Absolutely. So we really want to make sure that our Morocco messaging comes out between now and March, but in an ideal world, we will have all of our team for that in the before we get to Easter, because again, that gives us the opportunity to really formulate that team, bed that group together. It gives us time to not talk about that for the rest of the year, because again, there are other things we need to be talking about, but that gives our team members for that trip enough time to think about what they want to get out of it, how they're going to work together whilst
we've got hot air balloon rides to book and all sorts of stuff.
And we have a lot of the actual black and white detail to kind of get in place before we get to November. So that's great. So that takes us to Easter. At Easter, nice first world problem. Alan's brother comes back from Australia for a week to come and visit us, which we're looking
with Ziggy, my nephew.
And nephew. So we know for a while that our Easter holidays will be surrounded by family time, and that is non-negotiable, and we won't be stepping into that.
Yeah, and just kind of like, I can't think of the word. What's the word when you clarify? Clarify? Like, it doesn't mean we are completely tools down, because we don't mind doing a bit of work, and there'll still be newsletters and a bit of social media. It's about that hard proactive stuff. It's about whether we're hosting webinars or having kind of virtual cuppers and everything else. That's the difference. We ease up on that kind of overt proactive work and just stick in there with the reactive stuff. If we've got clients, we do client work.
When we get to after Easter holidays, we go straight into our Funpreneurs push. Funpreneur's Big Day Out is a big flagship event for us every year. This will be our 3rd year in a row doing it, and we have loved every second of it. Not only is it good for an event and going out and doing something different, getting away from the office, it really helps us secure our community members as well, in terms of who this year has been game changing. The amount of people we're still chatting to after last year's event.
Yeah, we set up a WhatsApp group, didn't we? And that WhatsApp group is still being chatted in.
And those Funpreneurs came to our Christmas shenanigans last year, and it really is a great one for us just to kind of put our head above the parapet, to really talk to people and have fun with people and connect with people better. So the Funpreneurs event happens in June every single year, and between April and June we'll be talking about that, and hopefully this year we've got a whole load of ambassadors from people who've been to the last 2 as well to help us with that sales process moving into June.
Yes.
Right. Then we get.
Are you doing it absolutely month by month?
I think so. I think it's good for us to say it out loud. I think you should be doing the same if you're at home doing this for yourself. Just talk it through.
And if you've got no one to do it with, we'll come and do it with you.
Oh, totally. I love it.
Especially if you're paying for the flights to New Zealand.
If I get to bring the felt tip pens. Then we get to July, and then actually we come full circle again. We're going back to talking about online visibility because we know full well that this is our bread and butter, and we know this is where our main revenue streams come from, is our one-to-one clients and our evergreen product that we're launching this year. That's that consistent revenue for us to help hit our financial goals. So therefore, by July, we have a couple of things happening. We have a 6-month minimum for the evergreen, so which means by July, some people might come off at the end of that and not want to continue.
No one is leaving. It's the best thing ever. They're going to be staying forever.
We need to make sure we keep...
It's our retirement plan.
We need to keep people in the top. So by July, we're back to our rinse and repeat online visibility, how we help small businesses show up online. Then in the summer holidays, Alan is buggering off to Switzerland.
I'm leading an expedition of scouts to Candersteg in the Swiss Alps, right? So I am buggering off to Switzerland. It is not going to be a rest. It will be extremely hard work with 18 young people, 6 leaders, and in a campsite full of probably 3,000 or 4,000 other people as well.
Sounds so relaxing.
It does not sound relaxing. I will need a holiday. I think that will break me. We will see. I've been ill a lot recently, so we'll see how that goes. Summer
holidays is again for us is one of those things that we still work, but we'll be working, focusing more on the kids and family time. Yep. Then we move to September. September's a big thing in our life because our second child goes to secondary school.
Yeah.
And we have to accept that time in September is always a little bit interchangeable with people settling into new routines and stuff like that.
It is fair to say that after the summer, it normally takes 2 weeks to get back into the flow. The first 2 weeks of September are always a nightmare. But then we've got an October challenge as well.
So we decided in September to break ourselves in gently. We wouldn't talk about online visibility. We're going to talk about Christmas because
we'll talk about Christmas.
Christmas shenanigans was brilliant this year, and letting people know early in advance that they can come and get involved in December. 3 months notice. Again, we always like to think 3 months ahead with what we're talking about. So therefore, Christmas will be mentioned in September. Then we keep powering.
Sorry, just confirm. We have set the date for Christmas shenanigans, and we did sell out pretty quickly last year, December the 4th. Friday, December the 4th, lunchtime.
In Hampshire. Then we kind of have to work. We have to work in September, and we have to work in October, and we have to keep going until we get to half term, and we may have a possible holiday. We have a first world issue, which is a good problem to have, is that our secondary school this year is floating a second week of half term. It's usually 1 week. This year we're getting 2, which means great, we see the kids for longer, but also we see the kids for longer.
Yeah, so our youngest only has 1 week off, the kind of standard one, and our eldest and middle, because they will both be at the same school by then, have 2 weeks.
Then we
we might break the youngest out of school. We will see. Sorry, Mr. Coyle.
And we hit Morocco in November. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait. This is the first step into our thoughts about having more international travel for the business. I'm really, really, really excited for this to happen this year. It has to happen. We've wanted it to happen for such a long time. This has been something we've been thinking about for such a long time, that Morocco in November is just going to be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's very cool. Can't wait to work with Stu and Chantel on this project as well. And basically, we made so much noise about Morocco in November and December, but if we weren't to do this, I think we would be lynched. But we are doing it. It's fine.
Hold fire, it's fine.
What happens after that, Emily? Take us to the end of 2026.
So, again, we're talking about online visibility after Morocco, into Christmas shenanigans, and then we have the Christmas holidays where we are going on a short trip before. We're not going to say where we're going in case our kids watch this video.
It's written on the piece of paper if people can zoom in.
If you can zoom
It's a surprise for our kids. If you know, you can read this or you work it out. Just don't tell our kids, please.
Please don't.
Is this like the time I was planning a surprise trip for a friend?
What, to Morocco?
To Morocco, and I talked about it on the socials, and his wife told him.
The day before you were meant to fly.
I just got excited. It's exactly that.
The last thing to kind of talk about what we've got on here is that we have a section at the bottom of each week, which is about our overt and covert marketing messages that we're sending out, because we are very aware that some of this will overlap a little bit and we can't talk about it all at once. So what's our main messaging that we want to talk about, and then the covert activities that could happen from non-social media and web stuff. So
because we do a lot of DMing, we do a lot of kind of virtual cuppers. So they're the conversations we're having. And then the other one is, the social media, the email, the videos and everything else, isn't it?
Yeah. Anything else you want to chat about in terms of the activities we're going to take on this year?
No, the only thing is, are we finishing? Right, so the only other thing is, like we said, we've got 34 active weeks. We have broken down our financial goal by 34 active weeks.
Yeah.
But then factoring that, it's not as simple as dividing it by 34 and going, we're going to make that each week, because we've got the Digital Circus, the Funpreneur's Day Out, we've got Morocco, we've got our evergreen product, the blueprints. So it's being aware so we can track along the year of where we are on that financials. So that's it. Any questions, ask in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, all that jazz, thumbs up, like. Our email and website are in the description if you want any more information about anything we've talked about. And that's it. Thanks so much.
Look forward to seeing this as a spreadsheet later.